Boy, I done struggled so bad picking main events this year. Jesus Christ. But honestly though, in regards to this card specifically, I almost actually missed on everything. Armen Tsarukyan quickly disposed of Dariush in like a minute. When just speaking on the fight itself, obviously it's not that much to actually speak on. Benil threw his kicks. It wasn't no takedown shot. The fight ain't last long enough. And just to be frank, it seemed like Armen hits pretty hard. Now, I'm going to say it's a combination of that, but also the fact that Dariush is probably on the decline now, actually, officially. Charles Oliveira may have done permanent damage to this man, I ain't going to lie to you. And that makes me kind of sad, because, Benil put in some good work. He had him a good win streak going, some impressive performances, no title shot. And now it's looking like he about to head down the exact same path Tony Ferguson is still actually currently going down. It's sad, but it is what it is, though. Armen moves into the top 5. And honestly, if his boxing can improve, and he does actually have the decent amount of power that he showed against Benil, he finna give any and everybody in the top 5 some fits. And he could end up having the belt a lot quicker than most people previously thought. Now, for as far as who he should fight next, I'm gonna be honest. First name that came to mind was Dustin Poirier. Don't know if Dustin gonna be feeling that though. And I did think of Gamrot as well, because I would low-key like to see Armen try and get his get back, because I thought he won that fight ever so slightly. Either way, it was a close fight, so I don't want to do Gamrot too bad. If I was a personal friend of Dariush, I would encourage him to retire now. I believe he's 34. He done been whacked badly twice this year, and it's not looking too good. I think it's only gonna get worse from here, so I think you should just stop, bro. Ain't no point in fighting people outside the top 10, God forbid some unranked fighters, because you was just in a position to get a title shot. I think the geezer should just let it go. It was a good run. Moving to the only fight that I ended up getting correct. We watched Bobby Green gain probably unrecoverable amounts of CTE. I think the referee of that fight had a mission Saturday night. He wanted to see Bobby Green die. And I ain't gonna lie, he got pretty close. As I thought coming into the fight, it was a lot of offense. Both guys actually did land some good shots on the other. For Bobby Green, he obviously had a slight issue with distance. Jaylen Turner's huge for the division, so finding ways to get on the inside was the name of the game for Bobby. And he managed to do it a couple times. The two main ways he did so honestly was just lunging in with a punch or using shifting combinations. And like I said before, they did work a couple times. For Jaylen Turner, honestly, it was the 1-2 for him, as that was the combo that put Bobby down. He got to read pretty early on Bobby that he wanted to slip on the outside of his jab and try and come over the top with the check. And it worked like once or twice or something, but he kept going to it and Jaylen was able to catch him for it. Pretty impressive performance from Jaylen Turner on short notice. Again, though, it's hard to even really appreciate it because that ref actually wanted to watch a murder. I don't know if I mentioned this on this channel before or not, but Jaylen Turner is one of the most interesting fighters in the division to me, because offensively, I do think he is among the best. And quite frankly, I think he gives anybody in the division fits. He's a tall, rangy guy who's really fast, precise, and powerful. He is extremely tough to deal with, but still up to this point, his issues are his issues. His cardio ain't the best, which is really why he lost to Dan Hooker for real. And his defense sucks. It's like non-existent, but if he can even fix these issues a little bit, boy, he is a problem. I don't know what it was that actually made me pick Rod Font against a power puncher. You would have thought that I would have learned the lesson a long time ago, but clearly I didn't. Figgy went out there in 30-27, Rod Font. It was a cool fight. Like, it was relatively competitive, but any fighter that hit kind of hard, Rod Font just can't beat him. It's so crazy, too, because Figgy barely threw any kicks. I thought that was going to be a heavy thing in his game plan, but it wasn't at all. Now, the wrestling definitely was, as Figgy was able to get Rod Font down quite a few times in the fight, but he wasn't able to hold him down until I believe it was the third round. And after the first round, Rod Font's distance really didn't seem to be much of an issue for Figgy. And even in that round, they traded jabs and we was able to see the power difference between the two as Figgy actually rocked Font with his. But after that round, things was kind of sweet on the feet for Figgy, I ain't gonna lie. And with him already having advantages in the clinch and on the ground, pretty solid debut for Figgy. I'm interested to see his standing in this division. He could make a little bit of noise, so we'll see what's next for him. And to wrap up, Kelvin Gastelum sucks. It's so funny because he was actually the underdog in this fight, but I thought he was gonna handle Shawn Brady, I ain't gonna lie. But he went out there and got handled by a welterweight. Fight starts, Kelvin just goes out well in his left hand, you know how he do. Shawn Brady evades, grabs him, puts him on the cage, takes him down, and keeps him there. And basically it was a repeat for the next 2 rounds, more or less. Pretty dominant performance for Shawn Brady. He kept Kelvin in his world, never really let him get comfortable. And I hate to be this guy, but I do low-key hate that he went out there and did that. because all it did was make Bilal Muhammad look good. Anyways, though, Brady gets back in the win column, reasserted himself as a good prospect in the division, actually calling out Ian Gary if he can get by Vicente Luque, and I'm with that, whatever, run it. And for Kelvin, he sucks. It's time to stop. He is still young, but he has sustained a lot of damage in his career, and he just went back down to welterweight and lost to the 9th-ranked guy, which ain't a bad thing at all, especially considering that it was Shawn Brady. But if you a guy who claimed he got title aspirations and you losing to the 9th-ranked fighter in the division, also thinking that he has sustained a lot of damage in his career, I think you can just stop, bro. I don't know. He probably not going to, though, so it is what it is. As I thought coming into the card, boy, this joint was lit. There was a lot of stoppages early on, comebacks, people getting slammed, KO'd. I'm like, bro, absolutely marvelous card. I thoroughly enjoyed it.